Right, good evening everybody. It looks like I'm now live. No camera, unfortunately. Something seems to have broken there. It could be this build of Xbox, or it could be a mixer glitch. But it just gives a green screen, which is always helpful, isn't it, when you're trying to do stuff. So, I'm back. I'm not sure if anybody can hear me. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Right, so yeah. It's Freight Thursday today, normally Wagon Wednesday, but it's my first stream back. Hiya, One-Eyed Slayer. Hello, hello, hello. Man, it has been nothing but aggro the last couple of minutes trying to get everything sorted. There is no camera, before you asked, Slayer. It's just giving me a green screen. Okay, so yeah, Tuesday. I passed the tests. Got an enhanced score. Yes, Taz, yeah. So I got an enhanced score on TRP1, TRP2. Very nearly got an enhanced score on the Bourbon test. Which is 4 dots, and it is crazy busy on the sheet that you're doing, but unfortunately I didn't hit the enhanced rate that Greater Anglia needed, so I can't apply to them for 6 months now, so my application's closed with them. However, it doesn't stop me from going to another train operating company to continue my application. So I've still got one in with Arriva Trains for London Overground. And I've got a few others, irons in fires with some of the freight operators. So, fingers crossed, we should have something a little bit more solid. But I have learned that Greater Anglia didn't have as a successful Right, am I back? Can you guys hear me again? Ah, right, okay. Sorry, yeah, so Mixer's doing something weird and wonderful on my laptop with this Go Lightstream. So yeah, I was saying, I've still got stuff that I've got irons in the fires, freight companies, but I will be right back, guys. My daughter's having a coughing fit, so I just need to go and sort her out, so I'll be back in a second. Right, let's try again, shall we? Hello everybody. Hopefully that's now live and we're back. Good. The camera's broken, but it's the build of Xbox that I'm running in the Alpha Ring. It broke. So yeah, so Tuesday went well. I've passed everything. TRP1 and TRP2 to enhanced, Bourbon to not so enhanced, but still quite hard. Enhanced, so it depends on the train operating company that decides to run with me, whether they take me on and let me do the second stage, which is all of the other bits and pieces. But by all accounts I was only a couple of marks off, so hey ho, it is what it is. We just have to wait around for a little while. I'm still young enough to be able to do it. So guys, I'm going to be running some freight for a little while. What service do you want me to run here? You guys can pick it. You want the 145, the 337, 20 to 2 in the afternoon. Three one. 337 one, Felixstowe North to Bristol Terminal, yeah? Okay, Slayer. So bear with me guys, it's been a while since I've even driven on this. I haven't actually turned my Xbox on for a couple of days, well, for a week. So how you all been? Miss me? Right, so we're ready to rock. Oh, hazy through the cab window, right. Okay. Remember what we gotta do. And that on. Apply some pressure on the brakes, I suppose. Right. Oh, that's where that one is. Ah, never knew that was over there. And where the light switch is in this one. It's up here, isn't it? technically night time. Right. Release the brakes. Yeah, I think they've made some changes on the back end, Taz. Yeah, the DLC's quite a way off on Xbox by all accounts. I need to wash these windows, bloody hell. It's a nice old game. Pretty cool that, Just Cause 3. I've played it for ages. It's a cat fight. It's there. Oh, it's good to be back though, I must admit. Welcome back, Slayer. What do you mean, what's with the screen? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. I've got no way of changing cameras or anything. And we're now grinding to a halt. Emergency brakes applied. Great. It's turned off, dude. You saw me do it. It's summer, early morning. It's 3:37 in the morning. So the cab window gives it's a tinted window. That's maybe what you're seeing. Maybe your colours are off on your monitor. Or the stream's kicking out some funky stuff. But you change the view again. See, that's the view out of the side, Slayer. Black. Have to listen out for the DSD, the quietest alarm in the world. Sorry about that, guys. It's hard to drive like that. Horrible. Although we do at the moment have wrong light on. Oh, son of a- Oh, you have a week off and you forget how to play a game. We come into... Oh. As the emergency brake becomes activated. Thank you very much. Paper straw. Oh yeah. We've just got to wait for the AWS to clear. Got to wait for that red light just there to go out now. Oh, we're fluffing this up royally. There we go. Pressure gone. What on earth is going on? So broken. Due to the failure of the DSD alarm to go off, we've lost pressure and stuff, and it's not releasing brakes for us to go. Right, so we've got no brake pressure on at the minute. And we're getting no pulling power. And due to the cab lights not working, I can't see what's going on. We're pushing amps here, but there we go. No need to restart. We cleared the fault. That must be that must be with the Class 66. That you need to completely turn the reverser off. Brakes are still not reading 0 though, I don't think. There we go. Right guys, let's see if we can get to Reading without stopping again, shall we? Somebody seriously needs to wash the windows on this thing. So guys, just so you know, that camera, just so you know, when you are bringing a train out of a depot or sidings in this game, whoa, sun's up, you should only run with markers on. Headlights can only be applied when on the main line. As you leave the depot, you can then turn the day or night running beam on. All others must be done just on the white side markers. Train driver tip for you there. Still got a funny hue in the cab though. I'm UK, Little Ryan. UK based, so that's a UK rule. But as all railroads have their rule book written in from English railways, it may be the same in America, I don't know. Lag tunnel. Nothing like a bit of intermodal hoarding. Never noticed that before on the front, the cable's swaying. No wonder we ain't getting no pressure. They should be coupled together to create a vacuum. Whoa! Pete, welcome to the stream, thanks for popping by. So what do you guys want to see me attempt to try and run again after this one? Freight again or passenger? Hokey cokes. You might have noticed I changed the overlay a little bit, Slayer. It's made it a little bit simpler. And the followers bit should go up automatically now. Can you ride the Eurostar? No, because I'm on Xbox, Pete. So I'm governed by the Great Western Railway only. But I will probably do a HST next. Yeah, I thought I'd just clear it up a little bit. I don't know if those bars at the top are too big. Can't make my mind up if they're too wide. But I'm too long and wide across the screen. Again, Pete, I'm not on PC, dude. I cannot drive those trains. Yeah, if I shorten it, Slayer, it thins it, so it's quite hard to read. But I'll have a go. I'll have a fiddle around on the bigger screen I've got. that I do it in like sort of real size. Is the stream smooth at your end, guys? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why that is. I'm guessing it's the Go Lightstream side of things. Yeah, you go away for a week and everything seems to break, so I do apologise, guys. Has that fixed it? Is that a bit better? No, it's still lagging. There's no TSW news that I've heard of, apart from what they've put on the forums themselves, that it's coming. There's DLC before any more optimisations. The Xbox One X enhanced stuff, they won't talk about it. To be fair, I don't think they're going to be... They're saying that they've got lots of plans for it, but I don't think we're going to see much support until the full version comes out. Did everybody enjoy the sunshine today though? As we go through Maidenhead. Typical millennial you are, Slayer. Oh, it's too hot! I must go and sacrifice another stinging nettle for a drink. Yeah, greenhouse on wheels. Here's Bob77 for the follow, thank you very much. Did you just get the annoying choo-choo as well then? Did the choo-choo come? Did the whistle go? Comes in like a train and leaves like a train. There you go, see the followers updated itself as well. If you were following and then you unfollow to refollow, it won't bring the overlay up. That's Streamlabs. Stops people spamming it. Lipton, there is only what's called the Great Western Railway, so well, it's part of the Great Western Railway. You've got from London Paddington to Reading available to yourself if you wanted to drive. So we're currently, there's a UFO up there on the left, look. Oh, it's a cloud. Yeah, so you out and you'll see the route. So London Paddington is there, Reading is there, all UK based. Slayer, I did have an interesting conversation very briefly with the senior producer when I had 2 seconds. There looks to be some of the branch line is going to possibly be DLC later in the year for this. They're looking to create quite a network around each route, so you will have the branch lines and stuff. Yeah, Pod, they're planning to bring out a whole host of routes, improvements and stuff. There's no word yet on the Xbox One X enhancement patch that was supposed to have dropped when the game came out. To be honest, I think it's just laziness of the developers. Slayer, I haven't changed it since last time, but I shall try. The stream's probably going to cut out, guys. I can't keep fiddling with the volumes, Slayer, unfortunately. It's because I'm on an external thing. Can you hear me okay now? There's quite a few routes to be done. From what I understand, the next one is Rapid Transit for the Xbox. Then it will be New York, and then I think it's going to be the extensions of the routes that there are already. Slayer, I did ask for the Greenford branch line services. Is Rapid Transit good? It's like a tram system, if I'm honest. It's like driving trams. So it depends on what you take on, whether you like trams or not. They're not on the road, they're on rails. It's a standalone railway, but I think they're reintroducing those services, so the 2 Gulf services, the ones that do that shuttle service to Hayes and Harlington. So you can pick up the freight services at Acton Main Line and stuff by getting off the train and not having to spawn there. Is the donation text easier to read this time, Slayer? Excellent. Yeah, so I think they're also planning London, because it's the 30th anniversary this year of Network Southeast. I think they're planning something for that, but keeping it very close to their chest. So by Network Southeast, I mean 1980s and early 90s, London, Brighton, Ramsgate, Margate, all of that sort of stuff. So it's the old slam door stock with freights like 57s, 37s. I think they're planning something like that because it is, like I say, the 30th anniversary of Network Southeast, which covers this line as well, so you probably have older stock, like Class 57 hauled stuff. Right, we're 3.4 miles out of Reading, so I'm going to come off the power now. Going to coast along. We're running very late here, I think. We haven't got a time into Reading, but I know we're late. The stream's still lagging, Slayer. Yeah, I honestly don't know what to do with that, guys. I do apologise. Have one day of heat and everything goes tits up. Might play a bit of Railway Empire tomorrow, a bit of American Railroading. Yes, absolutely, Slayer. I'd rather it ran smoothly on Xbox than piling more content to it. Like, they need to get the Xbox, like the Xbox One X is supposed to be the showcase of their game, right? It could run the game pretty much the same as a PC. And the game doesn't run smoothly because it's using all the old unoptimised assets for it. That's a bargain. If you could afford it, I'd grab that. I believe so, Slayer. You've got a higher clock GPU in the S. It's not much of a difference. You'll notice here, don't get me wrong, it runs pretty smooth on an S. How about that for a stop? Oh! Praying we stop then. Yes, AI, you can take over this godforsaken train. Right, so the question is, when is the next train out of Reading? Let us the timetable. Right, so the next train to leave is the 4:37, which is 5 Papa Oscar Oscar. So we've got to wait around for a bit. I think it's both. I think there's 2 in 1, if that makes sense. Now, why have they put that there? Keep back from the platform for turbulence. Yeah, but I think it's DLC. Need to make more money before we can patch the game. I wouldn't say it's essential. I just think they need to flesh out the timetable a little bit more, because Reading's a 24-hour station, and I'm pretty sure that there would be branch services running, even if you only took them as far as Twyford or Slough. But yeah, there should be the ability to jump to a service. Oh, nice. Mussolini, yeah. Hitler's puppet. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to quickly jump out and then back into Paddington and just skip forward time a little bit so that we're not stood around for 20 minutes. We go back to Reading. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll jump in, walk in. We're going at 4:30, so we've only got 7 minutes to wait for 5 Papa Oscar Oscar, which I think is a Class 166. Schofield, I don't do it on the controller. I do it on a USB keyboard. To do it on the controller, you need to be in the cab looking at the horn bit and doing it from there. I think that's the one there. Get off the bin. Right, we're ready to go. This is a weird old service, this one. Don't genuinely think it's fast in real life. So yeah, if you're using a keyboard, Schofield, it's the space bar for the high and the N key for the low. And if you're doing it on the pad or on the controller, you have to go to here and do. Trying to get it to go up and down. Oh, and Slayer, are you there? Multiplayer will include a driver and guard mode. Yep. One of you will be the driver, one of you will be the guard. And there will also be 6 car 166s. There should be 6 car 166s in services mode with a next patch as well. So if you're on a HST, there is a guard on that, or a train manager to be precise. And then there is only a guard on a 6 car 166, I believe. 3 cars are driver operated. With the way that it's been, I'd imagine it'll be next week. If it's just an optimization and enhancements and bugs fixes patch, I'd hope for next week. But it'll probably be the first or second week of May, or end of May, depending on what way they want to do it. Don't expect anything soon. That would be my best way for managing your expectations. Happy days, isn't it? Yeah, if you use the controller, you have to go down to this little knobble here in the 166 and do. do it manually, just like you would in real life, but yes, it does take time. And it's quite hard to do while keeping your eyes on the track. The signals, unless you right stick it and right, so we'll take this 166 up to Paddington and then hopefully be able to HST to bring back. Oh, Slayer, they did claim to have fixed the signaller as well. For the next patch, he won't keep switching you from, if you're a fast train, he'll keep you on the fast. If you're a slow train, he'll keep you on the slow. But you could find yourself being held for stuff to come across your path and stuff. They didn't ignore my idea for the double yellow. The ticket got past the dev team, and apparently it's something to do with the way that they built Great Western Railway and the timetable, that it won't fit in at the moment. But when I pointed out to them that it's a simulator and the signal aspects are incorrect, they sort of sat up and took notice. I said it's not fair on somebody who wants to use this as a learning tool, that you're not teaching them the correct signals when you're supposed to be a simulator that's dedicated to accuracy. So you need to introduce the double in the yellow solid with the feather, so that people can actually slow down. Because you're just slinging it across at 70 or 90 doesn't work very well. And I told them they also need to fix the window wipers on this one. Told them the blades weren't long enough, which they're not. Should be an extra 2 inches on each, or an inch on each end. I said if it's raining you can't actually see what's in front of you. Yeah, again, it's all coming with the end as they develop the engine. I don't know if you've watched any YouTube or streamers doing NEC, but the weather optimizations in that are pretty cool. And it's just about bringing the Xbox version to the same sort of build number. Christ knows what my wife's watching, but enough noisy. No, I haven't watched it. I should probably start watching it. Oh, it was actually moving under its own power, was it? Quite a lot of reports that they're having quite a lot of power issues with the Crossrail trains. In the tunnels, anyway. I don't know about overground. But how was it passing at speed? Did you hear it coming, or...? Yeah, the problem they've got at the minute is they don't run in the tunnels. You're going to probably see services terminating at Paddington and then starting again from Liverpool Street at this rate. Tunnels probably won't open on time. It's a nice train to look at though, isn't it? Have a look at, have you got a Google window open at all, or can you open one up? Take a look for the Stadler Flirt, S-T-A-D-L-E-R space Flirt. That's a nice looking train. That's going on the Greater Anglia. It's replacing the Intercity 225. Bombardier, or however you pronounce it, that are producing the new Crossrail train, have got so many to build now. There's a new train that's going up north as well, built by CAF. I think it's class 313. I don't think Crossrail will be delayed. The Elizabeth line will open at one end to Reading, to Paddington, and Liverpool Street to Shenfield. It just won't run under the city, I don't think. I think that's the bit that'll be delayed. Oh no, is it 331? Yeah, take a look at class 331. Made by CAF. That's an ugly train. Absolutely horrendous looking. It's replacing the Pacer up north. it's a I think it's a derivative of the Heathrow Express train. Yeah, but they're replacing the Pacers up north. Bloody horrible looking train. Antidoon, thank you very much for the follow. Unfortunately this service isn't running with a buffet car, but there is a trolley service with drinks and light refreshments. Did the overlay happen again then, Slayer? Anyway, you need to get on with your Mussolini work. Lipton, thank you very much for the follow. And like I said before, there's no buffet car on this service, but it is a trolley service with drinks and light refreshments. How many words you got to do, Slayer? For a minimum. I can sum it up. I beg your pardon, Lipton. The air conditioning is on this train. I do apologise if it's a bit warm. If you tweet the carriage number to GWR_help, they should be able to get it into the depot for fixing. So there's no minimum. Okay. So Mussolini bankrupted Italy in 2 years and then had to go to Hitler for help, which then led to Italy being prematurely removed from the war. There you go. Done. It'd have just been sex and hookers, or drugs and hookers, Lipton. Bunga bunga party. He owns quite a lot of stuff, does Berlusconi. there goes that overlay again. Thanks for the follow, Schofield. Solid 90 all the way up here. Oh, Slayer, if you get a chance, there is a program on Amazon Video called The Great Train Robbery, an old or two-part BBC. Yeah, how good is it? I found it the other day and I thought, oh, I'll have a watch of that. Never seen it before. Thoroughly enjoyable. Really, really accurate as well. Yeah, that's the Great Train Robbery, mate, yeah. But it's from the criminal's point of view in part 1, and then the copper's point of view in part 2 with Jim Broadbent and Roger Glenister. And how they stop the train by putting a glove over the green light and just attaching a battery to the red light. Now you see that signal that we just passed there on the left hand side? That's the only signal in Britain like that. And I can't remember for the life of me why it's set like that way. Like a tree. I think it's something to do with the... It's like 2 lines immediately and there isn't room to put another signal in or something. Yeah, 41 million or something stupid. 50 million or... But it was after that that the British Transport Police became bigger and stronger and... They never shipped money on the trains again after that. Or went to planes. Not bad for 20 minutes work, was it? They'd have got away with it as well if they'd have actually burnt the farm down. And apparently they're going to be making use of those sidings on the right hand side as well in future timetable adjustments. You'll assemble freight here as well, I think, coming up on the right. I know that's actually a stable. That could be where they stable the 800s and the 387s in this one. I'd just like to put on record I hate hay fever. Can't be a private depot. It's connected to the main line, it's got to be a Network Rail one. Probably like a rail works or something. Probably where they keep International Rescue. If you can answer me what International Rescue is, Slayer, I'll be very impressed. Without looking it up. So International Rescue is the code name for diesel locomotives stationed throughout the main lines that go and rescue broken down trains. So if a HST or a Class 166 breaks down, they have to call for International Rescue. That's the code on the radio that you give the signalman. And please tell me you know what International Rescue is. Yeah, Thunderbirds. So in the 60s, when diesels first started taking over, they broke down all the time. So they'd have them stationed along the lines. Basically a rescue train. Oh, excuse me. Oh, the Southall Railway Centre. And what goes on at the Southall Railway Centre? They actually do anything useful there? I can't really look at the link at the minute. Ah. So I'm guessing they restore old railway trains. It's a bloody big depot though. Must admit, I'd give anything to have a Class 37 on this route, pulling through some freight. YouTube for search for a Class 37 Thrash Slayer and just listen to that engine. Yeah, interesting. I hope you're watching a Class 37 Thrash video now, Slayer. What, Class 37 Thrash video? How good does a 37 sound? Yeah, so the thing with 37 is it's two engines. And it has to build them up turbo pressured to generate the electricity. Oh, buffers. Oh. Yeah, it's literally a thrash is where the driver just puts it on full throttle on fuel burn because you have to control the fuel burn in that. So it's like literally the most uneconomical. Oh, glitch in the matrix. Oh, real big glitch in the matrix. Not that I've heard. I think they're working, like I say, they're working on quite a lot of stuff at the minute. Yeah, one of the best diesels that ever produced by British Rail, to be fair. It's still in use now. DRS run one. Right, I'll be right back in a second, guys. And I'm back. At least we're going to have a nice summer run out in this. That there is the very, very basic tilt system. Yeah, there's quite a lot of good heritage 37s knocking around at the moment. I think there's only one left operational, well, apart from DRS, Direct Rail Services, who have got two that power the Network Rail train. I think there's one other one that is used to recover locos on the Medway Valley line. Tickets, please. Let me see a ticket, woman. Madam, ticket, please. Well, you need to see a doctor because the circulation in your hands is really poor, my love. Any problems, we'll help you out. They may very well do Lipton, but I think it's called. I think it's a Norwich. It's one that they bring out for Norwich City when they go to Wembley. Canary Express or something, I think it's called. Like a private hire one. I think it's the one that they run off the North Norfolk digital radio. So this will be the last service of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Adios 166.
Vehicles parked at unauthorized points will be clamped or removed without warning. Short and long-stay parking is available.
Right, doors closed. Release the brakes. Engine now idling at higher rev. We're off. So a nice non-stop run down to Reading. The beautiful early morning summer sunshine. This is the life. I mean, that was quick. more than Mussolini ever did. With the HUD off for a bit. Go by the dials on the screen in front of us. The face cam's currently broken. Hello, good evening to you too, Waving Rabbit. This is a babe station. It's not broken, it's just the build of Xbox Live, or Xbox that I've got, doesn't agree with the camera at the moment. I've had lovers tiff. A lovely train, lovely looking game to be fair, isn't it? Oh, we've missed an alarm somewhere. Yeah, I don't know why I applied the brake. Whoops. Come on, train, back we go up. Part of me does want to see steam sooner rather than later as well, all of a sudden. Don't know why. No, I completely agree with you there, cycling. Steam is a lovely smell. On a railway. Slayer, have you been on a steam train yet? Or are we going to have to arrange a Briar Stream day out to a steam railway? Stream meet up. Interesting way of driving. Got quite a lot in London on there. Got the Bluebell Railway, you've got the East Sussex and Kent Railway, you've got the Romney, Hyde and Dymchurch Narrow Gauge Railway. You got, what else you got? The Nene Valley, not too far away. You got the Mid-Essex. Got the Hampshire Mid-Hants Railway. Loads within spitting distance. Past at night. That's weird. How do you know they're steam trains? Stream isn't lagging, but your answer might be cycling. But thank you for the update. Much appreciated. Oh, right, that's interesting. Maybe they got some sort of testing, or maybe they're coming out of that restoration works. Because I know a lot of steam has to move around at night because it can't do it during the day because it's too busy. Did everybody hear about Tornado? 60163. Heritage Steam A1 Pacific. Saturday last week. Do you know what the Tornado 60163A1 Pacific is, cycling, yeah? Okay, so it was built in 2008, and it was built from scratch. It wasn't a restored loco. They built it from scratch. It took them ages. But anyway, it was pulling a service up the East Coast main line where they were going to average 90 mile an hour the whole journey. Well, as it headed through a place called Sandy, somewhere up north, just outside Peterborough, I believe it is, it blew up, want of a better word. Bit of metal fatigue on a unlubricated part, sheared it on the inside motion of the steam train, and it went from 75 mile an hour to zero in about 100 foot. The wheels just seized up and it skidded along the rails. No one was injured, thankfully. Yeah, it blew up. It's not the correct terminology because the boiler's still intact, but the inside motion, which is like a load of metal work that powers the steam pistons, decided that they weren't going to play with the engine anymore. It like literally ground the train to a halt in seconds. It couldn't move under its own power after that, and it had to send for international rescue. There's videos floating around on YouTube if you have a look, the recovery operation. Those diesels weren't hanging about trying to get to it. Jesus. Speed limits. Network Rail gave them permission to brake and get that train off the East Coast main line. coast ourselves into Reading now. Allow this, as we're going on an uphill gradient, let the speed scrub itself off. Nearly at Reading, 4 miles or 3.6 now to go. Shed time! Oh, an aggregate train. Now that sounded awesome as that went past. Yeah, it's a beautiful engine. They're building another one as well called the Prince of Wales, I think. Well, they're trying to get funding together to build a different version. I think it's an A3 that they want to do this time. Yeah, I've decided when I move house in the summer I'm going to start building a model railway in the garden, in the shed. Just trying to figure out what scale to do it on. Do I do 00 or N gauge? So ours is now on the market. We're just got our first viewing event on Saturday. Hopefully somebody will buy it. Then we'll be putting an offer in on one of our houses that we love. Got a few. Yeah, I was thinking 00 gauge because you can get a lot more. Oh, that signal's pretty close to the stopping point. Then I was thinking N gauge, and then I could do it indoors in the study on a shelf round the top, like round 3/4 of the way up the wall. DCC it. So control it all with computer. Have cameras dotted throughout the route. do the same with 00 gauge, but I don't think you'd be able to get the scale of it is just too damn big. 00, you need to have quite a big room. Whereas N gauge, you can, it's a smaller scale, make it massive. A shell and a room. Around three walls. It's got like a terminus at each end with loads of little stations along the route. That's what I'm thinking. The only problem with it is it's bloody expensive N gauge. But highly detailed. No, the stream's not ended just yet. Let me out. The Reading overlay came up. That's where we are. But yes guys, that is going to be it for this evening. I will be back tomorrow with another stream, and I will pump some information out of Dovetail if I can. See what we can find out. Everybody, it's good to be back, and I will see you all tomorrow. Maybe at the slightly earlier time of 8. It's Friday, who knows. But catch you all later. Thank you very much.